Welcome to our Simplify video this week. Simple living involves not only consuming less, but considering the impact of what we buy and consume. In these videos, we consider how we can choose practices that minimize harm to others and the planet, and in turn honor God. After all, He gave us this world to care for, and He asked us to love Him and each other really well. So it's our duty to ensure that when we grocery shop and dispose of waste, when we travel, when we buy clothes, when we make all these kinds of choices, we really are thoughtful about the impacts on others and the world we've been given to look after.
Kia ora koutou everyone, my name is Summer Hendry and I am speaking to you as part of our Simple Living series about ethical clothing choices. So it's been about 4 or 5 years since I've been on this ethical clothing journey. It started, I was invited to watch a documentary called The True Cost, which talks about the cost both to people and to the whenua of the excessive amount of low quality clothing that is being produced in our world today, and how much harm that's really doing. And I was quite convicted by this and decided that I needed to make some different choices in my life. So my husband and I decided that we were going to be quite hardline in our approach, and we decided that we would only buy things that were either ethically and sustainably made or things that were secondhand. And I don't necessarily recommend that everyone go super hardline, but that worked well for us. It sort of forced us to make different choices and to not give us other options. And so we have. So it's been 4 or 5 years down the track. We now have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old as well. So that's added into our learning, and we've learned heaps. We at first we're just trying to make things last longer. So repairing things, not buying things when we didn't really need them, and then as time's gone on, we've of course needed clothing. So we've looked at op shops, found op shops that we like, and Trade Me. I love Trade Me. It's amazing. Provides so much range and options for things, particularly when you need something very specific. And there's a great setting on it that allows you to refine things by only things that are used. So because there's a lot of companies selling new things on there as well. So able to look through there and find what we need. It takes more time though, shopping secondhand. So I've learned that the moment that I think I might be needing something, when my 3-year-old's arms raised or showing a lot of belly, then I start having a look to see if I can find what I need. And I don't often find it the first or second time, but with persistence and patience, eventually I'm able to find the thing that I'm looking for. And so if you're going that way, if you're trying to make some different choices and buy more secondhand, then yeah, just give yourself a bit of time, because it's much more time consuming than buying something new. And the other thing is learning what options we have as far as ethical and sustainable choices, and trying to find good companies, local New Zealand companies if possible, for things we wouldn't buy new, like underwear or socks or that kind of thing. I recommend Thunder Pants as a New Zealand company, really good for underwear, particularly. That's one we like, and I'm still looking for more. I haven't sort of pegged down everything, and always on the lookout. So it's good to find a collection of these things for when you need them. And yeah, so that's some things we've learned on the journey, but I know that there's a lot more I still want to learn. I know that there's things with different textiles and how they get washed, and microplastics and things. I haven't fully investigated these things, but the different textiles are better or worse for the planet as well. And I also want to learn more about disposal of clothes that we can no longer wear, and repurposing them, or different ways we can dispose of them in good ways. So so those are the things I've learned, and reflecting on all of this, it has made me realize that these choices and changes that we've made over time has made our lives more simple. I feel more, well, it's more difficult to be excessive in my clothing choices, and it's it's connected me more towards what I have and been more grateful for the things that I have, and more conscious of how I'm using what I have. So, not walking on concrete in my socks, even though I might have to take them on and off several times, just because I know that that will make them last longer. So it's just these. Sometimes it's these little choices that, and little things, choosing to wear something again, even when I'm bored with it, that can actually do make a difference. So if you're thinking of wanting to make a difference in the world by making some more ethical clothing choices, then you don't have to be super hard line. These sometimes it's just the little things that can really make a difference. If you decide to mend something or decide to not buy something that you don't need, yeah, that can make a huge difference. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Ka kite ano.